Okay, so scraping leads around the constraint. So I want to talk about constraint theory today. My name is Ori, Executive Director of Go-to-Market for Manos Health, Healthcare Marketing and Consulting, as well as Miraponte Marketing, which is an outreach agency with my wife. There is a book from the 80s that is called The Theory of Constraints, and it sounds very fancy, but really all it is, and he actually gives this metaphor in the book, it's a Boy Scout troop and there's a fat kid. The fat kid is the slowest and he gets tired the most quickly. So what all the other kids do is they take all of the load off of his pack. So instead of carrying 20 pounds, he's carrying 0 pounds. So because the fat kid can walk faster, the whole troop goes faster because you can't leave the fat kid behind. So every business and every process of every business, lead generation, sales, fulfillment, there is a constraint. Sometimes there's more than one, but there's always one major constraint. When we are scraping leads, we had this conversation with, I think, 8 clients this month. When we are scraping leads, we scrape the leads around the constraint. What does that mean? Let's say you have a really big market to sell to, 1 million people, right? Real estate, B2C offer. You can just call everybody. The smaller the market gets, let's say you're in Palm Beach and there's only 1,000 businesses or 2,000 or 3,000 that you can sell to. You want to intentionally over target. If you have a small niche, you're intentionally over targeting. You're targeting beyond what you need. Why are you doing this? Because if I just have 1,000 people get through it in a week, then you just start bothering them. It's too much. And also, a lot of times with these small niches, the champion, the person who isn't the decision maker, but who sees the issue. Maybe it's a human resources manager. She's like, we want to reduce payroll. Can we automate this CPG content to a certain extent? Can we take some of the pressure off the bottom line? Right? So you're intentionally over targeting, not because the leads are good or the leads are bad, but because the constraint is there's a very small number of people that we can sell to. So if we just targeted those people, the campaign would be too small. For some offers, the constraint is the caller. We only have one caller is making 1,000 or 2,000 dials a day. Maybe we have to get another caller. Maybe the constraint's money. But if the constraint is people, we want to intentionally over target. And what we find, usually takes 3 months to really figure out the market. What we find is that some of those people that aren't exactly the right person are better than others. And then we slowly expand our definition of the TAM. The other thing that can happen with a client is if we're like, listen, rain or shine, you're getting, if it's a full-time caller, no matter what, we're going to give you 10,000 new leads if you want them. So the client may say, you know what? Let's expand the TAM a little bit. Let's do a different landing page. Let's do a slightly different offer. The fulfillment is almost the same, but I want to expand. So between Manos and Miraponte, we have a bunch of different price points and different offers. We can work with different people, even though the fulfillment of the process is very similar. So when you're looking at, when we go through and we scrape leads for you and we score them and we use different parameters, part of it is, okay, are the leads good? But the other part is, okay, do we actually want to intentionally have some leads that are worse than other leads? And there are so many times when the unqualified person is the one who pushes the deal through. So I had a 7-figure hospitality-based business. Every single sale that we made, Bain, Deloitte, McKinsey, KPMG, it was always the secretary. It was always administrative assistant. It was never the boss. I feel like I've done this like 800 times. I don't know what's with me today. I feel like I've like Tourette's, but with like the quotation marks. So sorry about that, guys. Anyway, so any questions, let me know. If you need any help with this stuff, reach out. Most people just DM me, but if you go on one of our websites, mirapontemarketing.com, manoshealth.com, that'll give you all the information you need. Otherwise, have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys on Sunday.